Hello to all dear friends. Today we are with you with an interesting and funny video about 10 of the dumbest animals in the world. These animals, despite their beauty and cuteness, are very weak in terms of intelligence and thinking, and sometimes they do things that make us laugh or wonder. So stay with us to get acquainted with these dumb animals. Koala. Koala is one of the most lovable animals in the world that lives only in Australia. These animals spend most of their time on the branches of trees and enjoy sleeping and eating the leaves of the eucalyptus plant. But the problem is that the eucalyptus leaves are very hard to digest and make the koalas slow-thinking. Some koalas are so slow-thinking that they cannot tell the difference between eucalyptus leaves and other leaves and sometimes poison themselves by eating toxic leaves. Tiger. Tiger is one of the largest and strongest wild cats that lives in Asia. These animals are very beautiful and magnificent and are considered symbols of power and courage in many cultures. But tigers, like koalas, are not very intelligent. Some tigers cannot tell the difference between being alive or dead, and sometimes instead of hunting wild animals, they go after large dolls that have been placed in zoos for their entertainment. Some tigers are also very afraid of water and cannot swim. Mountain lion. Mountain lion or puma is another wildcat that lives in North and South America. These animals are very agile and healthy and can survive by hunting different animals such as sheep, deer, bear, and even horse. But the mountain lion, like its bigger brother, is no better than intelligence. Some mountain lions, instead of hunting real animals, go after images of animals on cars or animal stickers on clothes and sometimes put themselves in dangerous situations. Ocelot. Ocelot is one of the most beautiful and attractive wildcats that lives in Central and South America. These animals have very beautiful fur and colors, and some humans try to keep them as pets. But ocelots, like other wildcats, suffer from low intelligence. Some ocelots cannot tell the difference between friend and foe and sometimes fight with animals that are stronger than them and get injured. Some ocelots also easily fall for human traps and get caught. Rhino. Rhino is one of the largest and most powerful land animals that lives in Africa and Asia. These animals have 1 or 2 horns on their noses that are made of stiff and dense hairs. These horns are used to defend themselves and fight with rivals. Rhinos are herbivores and mostly eat leaves, stems, and fruits of plants. These animals need a lot of water and go to rivers or springs every day. Rhinos have thick and rough skin that protects them from thorns and wounds. These animals have good sense of smell and hearing but poor vision. Rhinos are social animals and usually live in small groups. These animals, despite their large size, have high speed and can run up to 50 kilometers per hour. Rhinos are among the endangered animals, and the biggest threat to them is from hunters who are after their valuable horns. Pigeon. Pigeon is one of the most well-known and widespread birds in the world that lives in almost everywhere, including cities, villages, and even remote islands. These birds are very kind and peace-loving and were used in the past to transfer messages. But pigeons also have low intelligence and sometimes do things that make us dislike them. Some pigeons cannot tell the difference between food and garbage and sometimes poison themselves by eating things like plastic, wire, or even cigarettes. Some pigeons also easily get hunted by falcons or hawks and lose their lives. Kangaroo. Kangaroo is one of the most famous and strange animals in the world that lives only in Australia. These animals have 2 legs and 2 small arms and move by jumping on their legs. These animals are very strong and skilled and can hit their enemies by punching or kicking. But kangaroos also have low intelligence and sometimes do things that make us pity them. Some kangaroos cannot tell the difference between friend and foe and sometimes fight with animals like dogs, cats, or even humans and get themselves into trouble. Some kangaroos also easily get hunted by cars or shooters and get killed. Skunk. Skunk is one of the most smelly and unpleasant animals in the world that lives in North and South America. These animals have distinctive fur and colors and use a very foul-smelling substance that is sprayed from under their tails to defend themselves. But skunks also have low intelligence and sometimes do things that make us disgusted by them. Some skunks cannot tell the difference between friend and foe, and sometimes instead of defending themselves, they spray themselves or their peers with bad smell and make themselves ridiculed. Some skunks also easily get hunted by animals like foxes, bobcats, or even eagles and lose their lives. Duck. Duck is one of the most popular and cheerful birds in the world that lives in almost everywhere, including lakes, rivers, and even pools. These birds are very beautiful and lovely and make us happy with their funny voice. But ducks also have low intelligence and sometimes do things that make us angry with them. Some ducks cannot tell the difference between genders and sometimes have relationships with their same-sex ducks and make themselves humiliated. Some ducks also easily get hunted by animals like snakes, crocodiles, or even fish and lose their lives. Dodo. Dodo was one of the most famous and dumbest animals in the world that lived on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. These animals had a huge body and a large beak and could not fly. These animals were very defenseless and inexperienced and did not fear any danger. But dodos also had very low intelligence and sometimes did things that made us disrespect them. Some dodos could not tell the difference between friend and foe and sometimes befriended animals like dogs, cats, or even mice and put themselves at risk. Some dodos also easily got hunted by humans or animals like pigs, monkeys, or even chickens and got killed. Dodos became extinct in 1681 and no more specimens of them remained. Well, dear friends, this was the end of our video about 10 of the dumbest animals in the world. We hope you enjoyed watching this video and learned new things. If you liked this video, please share it with your friends and write your comments in the section below. Also, don't forget to follow our channel and activate the bell for more videos. Until the next video, goodbye.